He didn't notice the first letter as anything special. It arrived on a Tuesday morning, slipped through the mail slot with the usual bills and advertisements. Plain envelope, no return address, his name written neatly on the front. Inside was a single page. "I'm sorry. I've carried this for years. I don't expect forgiveness. I just needed you to know." No signature, no explanation. He read it twice, then shrugged and tossed it on the table. People mailed the wrong addresses all the time. But then another letter came, and another. Different handwriting, different paper, same tone. Apologies, confessions, regrets. One letter spoke of a cruel joke told in college that ruined someone's confidence. Another apologized for staying silent when someone needed help. Another begged forgiveness for a moment of cowardice that changed everything. None of the writers said how they knew him. None explained why the letters were addressed to him. At first, he felt uneasy, then curious, then unsettled. He began saving them. Every evening, he sat at his kitchen table, reading apologies from strangers who had never met each other, yet somehow all found their way to him. One night, a line froze his breath. "I'm sorry I didn't speak up that day at the bus stop." His fingers tightened. Years ago, at a bus stop, a man had been publicly humiliated, laughed at, ignored. He remembered standing there, hesitating, then looking away. Another letter arrived the next week. "I should have called you back. You looked so hopeful." He remembered that too. A job interview. A receptionist who promised to pass along his name. She never did. The letters weren't random. They were moments. Moments where someone had made a choice, and he had been there. Sometimes barely involved, sometimes deeply affected, always unknowingly. He stopped sleeping well. The letters made him replay his life in fragments, conversations forgotten, faces blurred by time, tiny interactions he never thought mattered. One envelope arrived thicker than the others. Inside were 3 pages. "I don't know if you remember me. You probably don't, but you once told me I wasn't good enough. You didn't mean to hurt me. You were tired, frustrated, honest. I took it as truth. It followed me for years. I'm sorry for blaming you, but I needed to say this so I could finally let it go." His chest tightened. He did remember. He'd said it casually, carelessly. He stared at the letter for a long time, then placed it gently on the stack. Weeks passed. The pile grew. The apologies became heavier, not in words, but in meaning. He realized something terrifying. These people weren't apologizing because he demanded it. They were apologizing because they were trying to heal. And somehow, he had become the place their guilt landed. One evening, he finally did something different. He wrote a letter of his own, not to anyone specific, just a page filled with words he'd never said out loud. "I'm sorry for the times I stayed silent, for the moments I chose comfort over courage, for the ways I didn't realize I mattered." He sealed it, addressed it to no one. The next morning, it was gone. In its place, one final envelope. This one was different. Inside was a single sentence. "You weren't meant to be punished. You were meant to understand." No signature, no return address. After that, the letters stopped. Days passed, then weeks. The mailbox returned to normal. Empty, quiet, ordinary. But he wasn't the same. He spoke more carefully, listened longer, apologized faster, because he knew now what most people never learn, that a single sentence can follow someone for years, that silence can wound just as deeply as cruelty, that you don't need to be important to change someone's life. You just need to be present. Sometimes, late at night, he rereads the letters, not as accusations, but as reminders that every stranger carries a story, and every small moment matters more than we think. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with someone who needs it, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.